Archangel Michael says there are moments when life gently asks you to slow down and observe the environment around you with greater awareness. Your home is more than just a building where you sleep and keep your belongings. It is the place where your thoughts rest, where your energy gathers after a long day, and where your mind searches for peace and clarity. Because of this, the atmosphere inside your home can influence your emotions, your focus, and even the direction your life begins to take. When your home feels calm and balanced, your thoughts become clearer and your decisions become stronger. Archangel Michael says many people move through their daily routines without truly paying attention to how their surroundings affect them. They become used to the same patterns of activity inside their homes and rarely pause to reflect on whether those patterns support their well-being. Yet awareness begins when you take a moment to notice the small details around you. The conversations that happen in your home, the habits that repeat each day, and the way people treat one another all shape the atmosphere of that space. Sometimes a moment of awareness arrives when you begin to sense that something around you deserves a closer look. It may not be something dramatic or alarming, but rather a quiet realization that encourages you to observe situations more carefully. When you pay attention to your surroundings with patience instead of rushing past them, you often discover insights that help you understand people and situations more clearly. Archangel Michael says your home should be a place that supports honesty, respect, and understanding. Every relationship within a household grows stronger when people communicate openly and treat each other with fairness. When trust exists, the home becomes a place of comfort where everyone feels safe to express themselves. But when misunderstandings or hidden frustrations build up over time, the atmosphere can slowly change. This is why awareness and communication are important. They help restore clarity and bring harmony back into the environment where you live. There may be moments when you notice that certain situations inside your home deserve thoughtful attention. Perhaps there are conversations that have not yet happened or feelings that have remained unspoken for too long. Addressing these moments calmly and respectfully can help strengthen understanding between the people who share your space. Sometimes clarity appears simply because someone finally chooses to speak honestly and listen with patience. Archangel Michael says awareness is not about blaming or judging others. Instead, it is about recognizing what can improve the atmosphere around you. When you approach situations with calm reflection rather than emotional reactions, solutions become easier to find. Respectful communication allows people to understand each other's perspectives and work toward creating a healthier environment together. Your home should be a place where growth and understanding can develop naturally. When people treat each other with patience and kindness, the entire atmosphere becomes more positive. Small actions such as listening carefully, speaking respectfully, and supporting one another can transform the feeling of a home more than any physical change ever could. Archangel Michael says moments of reflection like this invite you to look at your surroundings with fresh awareness. Ask yourself whether your home supports the kind of peace and clarity you want in your life. If there are areas where improvement is possible, remember that positive change often begins with a single thoughtful step. When one person chooses patience and understanding, it can inspire the entire environment to become calmer and more supportive. As you continue moving forward, remember that your home is a space where your thoughts and your future are shaped every day. Creating an atmosphere of respect, openness, and calm reflection helps you and the people around you grow in positive ways. When awareness guides your actions, your home can become a place where peace and understanding naturally develop. Archangel Michael says, as you continue listening to this message, remember that the place you call home carries a deeper meaning than many people realize. A home is not only built from walls and furniture, it is built from the energy, conversations, habits, and relationships that exist inside it. Every day the people who live within a home contribute to the atmosphere of that space. Words spoken with kindness create comfort, while patience and understanding create stability. When the people inside a home treat each other with respect, that place becomes more than a shelter, it becomes a foundation where peace and growth can flourish. Sometimes life becomes busy and people stop noticing how their environment influences their thoughts and emotions. They focus on responsibilities, work, and daily tasks, rarely pausing to observe the atmosphere inside their own home. Yet the home environment quietly shapes the way people think and feel. When the atmosphere is calm and supportive, it allows individuals to relax, reflect, and regain clarity about their lives. But when tension, misunderstandings, or unspoken feelings begin to grow, the environment may slowly change in ways that affect everyone living there. Archangel Michael says awareness is the first step toward maintaining harmony in any home. Awareness means noticing how people communicate, how they treat one another, and how their actions affect the shared space around them. It encourages you to observe situations carefully rather than ignoring them. Sometimes small misunderstandings can grow into larger problems simply because no one takes the time to address them calmly and honestly. There may be moments when you begin to notice that certain situations around you deserve thoughtful attention. Perhaps you sense that someone in your environment is experiencing stress or confusion, or perhaps a conversation has been avoided for too long. These moments are not necessarily negative. They are opportunities to restore understanding and strengthen relationships. When people approach such situations with patience rather than anger, they create space for clarity and resolution. Archangel Michael says the strength of a home comes from the willingness of the people inside it to communicate openly. Honest communication allows individuals to express their thoughts without fear of judgment. It also allows others to listen and understand perspectives that may be different from their own. When communication becomes respectful and sincere, many misunderstandings naturally dissolve. Another important truth about maintaining peace within a home is the value of empathy. Empathy means trying to understand how another person feels before reacting. Everyone carries their own experiences and challenges. And sometimes those challenges influence the way they behave. When you approach others with empathy, you reduce conflict and create an environment where solutions can be discovered together. Archangel Michael says sometimes people search outside their homes for peace and stability, believing they must change their external circumstances to feel better. Yet the atmosphere inside the home often plays a larger role than they realize. A peaceful home environment allows people to recharge their minds and reconnect with their goals. It becomes a place where ideas grow, relationships strengthen, and individuals feel supported as they face the challenges of life. You may also notice that the smallest actions can influence the atmosphere within your home. Simple gestures such as listening carefully, offering encouragement, or showing appreciation can transform the way people feel about their environment. These actions remind everyone in the household that they are valued and respected. Archangel Michael says awareness also helps you protect the harmony of your space. When you recognize behaviors or patterns that disrupt peace, you gain the opportunity to address them thoughtfully. This does not mean creating conflict or blame, it means encouraging understanding and positive change. Sometimes one calm conversation can restore balance to an entire environment. As you reflect on your own home, consider the ways in which you contribute to its atmosphere each day. Your words, your actions, and your attitude all influence the environment shared with others. When you approach your surroundings with patience and respect, you help create a space where everyone can feel safe, heard, and supported. Archangel Michael says a home filled with awareness and understanding becomes a place where growth naturally occurs. People feel comfortable sharing ideas, learning from each other, and supporting one another through challenges. This environment strengthens not only relationships but also the confidence and well-being of everyone who lives there. Remember that peace within the home begins with small moments of reflection and thoughtful action. When individuals choose patience, communication, and empathy, the entire atmosphere becomes stronger and more harmonious. Archangel Michael says as you continue listening to this message, it becomes important to understand that the atmosphere inside a home is shaped not only by the physical space but by the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors of the people living within it. Every home carries a unique energy created by daily conversations, routines, and the way individuals treat one another. Over time, this atmosphere becomes something powerful because it influences how people feel when they wake up in the morning and how they think about their future. A peaceful environment can inspire confidence and calm thinking, while a tense environment can quietly affect the way people communicate and make decisions. Many people believe that problems inside a home appear suddenly, but in reality they often develop gradually through small misunderstandings or unspoken concerns. When communication becomes limited or when people stop expressing their thoughts honestly, confusion can slowly grow. That is why awareness is so important. When you become aware of how people interact within your home, you begin to notice patterns that might otherwise remain unnoticed. Awareness allows you to address situations calmly before they grow into larger difficulties. Archangel Michael says sometimes people avoid important conversations because they fear conflict or discomfort. Yet silence can sometimes create more confusion than honest dialogue. When individuals share their thoughts respectfully and listen with patience, they give each other the opportunity to understand different perspectives. Honest communication does not weaken relationships, it strengthens them by building trust and clarity. There may be moments when you sense that certain dynamics within your home deserve thoughtful attention. Perhaps there are emotions that have not been expressed or misunderstandings that have not been resolved. Instead of ignoring these situations, approaching them with calm reflection can create an opportunity for improvement. When people address concerns with patience and respect, they often discover that solutions are easier to find than they once imagined. Archangel Michael says every individual contributes to the atmosphere of a home through their actions and attitudes. Small gestures of kindness, listening carefully when someone speaks, or offering encouragement during difficult moments can transform the emotional tone of a household. These simple actions remind everyone that they are valued and respected within that space. Another important truth about maintaining harmony in a home is the ability to recognize and appreciate each person's unique role. Every member of a household brings different strengths, ideas, and experiences. When people recognize and respect these differences, they create an environment where cooperation becomes easier and misunderstandings become less frequent. Archangel Michael says empathy is a powerful quality that can strengthen relationships inside any home. Empathy allows you to step into another person's perspective and understand what they might be feeling. When people approach situations with empathy instead of judgment, conflicts become easier to resolve because each person feels heard and understood. Sometimes the greatest transformation inside a home begins with one individual choosing to approach situations with patience and awareness. That single choice can inspire others to respond in the same way. Gradually the atmosphere begins to shift toward understanding and cooperation. In this way, positive change often begins with one thoughtful action. Archangel Michael says the home environment also influences the way people think about their personal goals and future opportunities. When individuals feel supported and respected within their household, they gain confidence to pursue their ambitions and develop their talents. A supportive home becomes a place where creativity and growth are encouraged rather than restricted. You may also discover that the truth about your home involves recognizing the importance of balance between independence and connection. Each person needs space to think, learn, and grow individually, yet they also benefit from meaningful connections with the people around them. When a household respects both individuality and unity, it creates a healthy environment where everyone can thrive. Archangel Michael says maintaining peace within a home requires ongoing attention. Just as people take care of the physical condition of their house, they must also take care of the emotional environment inside it. This means practicing patience during disagreements, expressing appreciation for one another, and remaining open to honest conversation when misunderstandings occur. As you reflect on the environment within your own home, consider the ways you can contribute to strengthening harmony and understanding. Even small actions can have a powerful effect when they are guided by respect and awareness. Archangel Michael says a home filled with patience, communication, and empathy becomes a place where individuals feel secure and valued. In such an environment, people can focus on building their future, developing their skills, and supporting one another through life's challenges. Archangel Michael says as this message continues, it is important to remember that every home carries a story that is written through the actions, conversations, and intentions of the people who live there. A home is not only a place where daily life happens, it is also the environment where individuals shape their mindset, their habits, and their relationships. Over time, the atmosphere inside a home becomes a reflection of the energy and attitudes that exist within it. When patience, respect, and honesty guide the behavior of the people living there, the home becomes a place where stability and trust naturally grow. Many people do not realize how strongly their surroundings influence their emotions and thoughts. The tone of conversations, the way disagreements are handled, and the way support is offered during difficult moments all contribute to the overall environment. When individuals inside a household treat one another with understanding, it creates a feeling of safety that allows everyone to express themselves openly. In such an atmosphere, people are more willing to listen, learn, and work together to solve challenges. Archangel Michael says harmony inside a home is built through awareness. Awareness means paying attention to how people communicate and how their actions affect others. Sometimes small habits can gradually change the atmosphere of a household without anyone immediately noticing. For example, avoiding conversations, misunderstanding intentions, or allowing stress to influence communication can slowly create tension. But the moment people become aware of these patterns, they gain the opportunity to change them. There may be moments when a situation inside your home calls for calm reflection rather than quick reactions. When emotions rise, it can be tempting to respond immediately without thinking carefully about the impact of your words. Yet patience during these moments often leads to better understanding. When people pause to listen to each other and speak respectfully, they create space for solutions instead of conflict. Archangel Michael says communication is one of the strongest foundations of a peaceful home. Honest conversations allow people to express their thoughts while also understanding the feelings of others. When communication becomes open and respectful, many misunderstandings disappear because everyone feels heard. Even difficult topics can become easier to address when people approach them with patience and sincerity. Another important part of maintaining harmony within a home is recognizing the value each person brings to that space. Every individual contributes something unique to the household, whether it is creativity, wisdom, humor, or support. When these qualities are appreciated, relationships become stronger and cooperation becomes natural. Archangel Michael says empathy also plays a powerful role in creating a peaceful environment. Empathy allows individuals to consider how others might be feeling before responding to a situation. When people take a moment to understand each other's perspectives, they reduce unnecessary conflict and create stronger bonds. You may also discover that the truth about your home is connected to the way small actions shape the overall atmosphere. Simple gestures such as offering encouragement, expressing gratitude, or listening carefully when someone speaks can have a lasting impact. These actions remind everyone that they are respected and valued within that space. Archangel Michael says creating a supportive environment inside your home also helps individuals pursue their goals with greater confidence. When people feel understood and supported by those around them, they are more likely to explore new opportunities and develop their talents. A peaceful home becomes a place where ideas can grow and where individuals feel motivated to improve themselves. Sometimes positive change within a home begins with one person choosing to act with patience and awareness. That decision can inspire others to approach situations with the same mindset. Gradually, the atmosphere begins to shift toward greater understanding and cooperation. Archangel Michael says maintaining harmony in a home is an ongoing process rather than a single moment of change. Just as a home requires care and attention to remain strong physically, the relationships inside it require care and attention as well. Through patience, empathy, and open communication, people can continue strengthening the environment they share. As you reflect on your own living space, consider how your actions influence the atmosphere around you. Every kind word, every thoughtful decision, and every moment of patience contributes to creating a home that feels safe and supportive for everyone within it. Archangel Michael says a home built on awareness and respect becomes more than a place to live. It becomes a place where individuals grow stronger together, where challenges are faced with unity, and where peace can flourish. If this message resonates with you, comment, "Peace begins in my home." Like this video if you believe awareness can create harmony where you live, and subscribe for more messages that encourage reflection, understanding, and personal growth.